Where is this? And what is there now? How old is this TV Times advert? It looks like it's been hidden for a very long time. I took these photographs because I love the idea of the old poster being uncovered during the building works. However, I couldn't actually remember where I'd taken it from. I found a clue, identified where it was, what had happened, and it is an interesting view into the recent past, and also how a building's use can sometimes change quite a lot quite rapidly. A fascinating area, also looking at maps from the 1850s. I did some research on TV Times as well, and the age of this poster. Please stay to the end for all the detail. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Brought to you by Eclectic Experience. Change seen through images. I took these pictures in 2013 as the building works had uncovered the remains of bits of old posters. Mainly the TV Times advert, but it's also possible to see on this other board, I think, amateur photographer. I'll go into more detail at the end, but first let's look at the building. In fact, it looked like this had been a newsagent's for a long time, judging by the age of the posters. However, the first challenge was actually finding the building. I had taken 3 pictures, 2 of which were a bit too close for clues, but the picture that was a bit further out had this hall in the background on the left-hand side. Fortunately, there was a sign on the hall, and it was actually a Baptist church. I thought the picture had been taken in the Westminster Pimlico area, so looking for Baptist churches there, it was easy to find. It's Westminster Baptist Church on Horseferry Road, Westminster, London. Looking at a map of London, we can see the chapel here, with Victoria Railway Station here, and Westminster Abbey here. Then, to find the building, it is just along the street. And this is the row of shops and houses in early 2023. A building site again, but for a different change this time. To get an idea of change over the years, I checked Google Street View. And this is an image from the year before I took my photos, in 2012. We can see the old newsagent with the poster boards under the windows. Then, in 2014, we see the refurbished building with the restored Tom Wheeler sign above the door. In my picture, we could just about see this sign behind the scaffolding in 2013. Then, in 2016, we can see the new signage of the next occupants, Cafe Ravioli, who were there until 2018, when the building was boarded up again. To see if I could get any old clues from maps, I checked out the National Library of Scotland collection, who housed the old Ordnance Survey maps. Looking at this map from around 1850, unfortunately it did not show the buildings, but it did show the River Thames. And incidentally, there was no Lambeth Bridge then, which I assume literally means this is where the horse ferry, as in Horseferry Road, joined the Thames. The next map, published in 1878, did show that a building was on this site, and interestingly, it was next to what was described as an RC or Roman Catholic chapel, with pubs at the end of each block. Unusually, both pubs are still there in 2023. The Barley Mow at one end and the White Horse and Bower at the other. And this is the road now, and it would be hard to tell that a newsagent had once been there. The restored house blends in very well. There is, however, one quite significant, if now very hard to notice change: the basement. Looking at the photo I took, it is possible to see vault lights, those little squares of glass, over the basement leading directly into the shop. This is what they look like from underneath. The basement has now been dug out in the way the buildings have been on one side to create an exterior light well to the basement area. I assume this was how it was originally constructed, and then at some point in time, probably when it was converted to a shop, in order to give easier access, the area above the basement was paved, which also provided more storage area underneath. However, now it blends in very well, and all reference to the old shop of Tom Wheeler has gone. Now back to what really first caught my eye, the TV Times poster. The TV Times has been around since 1955 when ITV launched. It just used to show the TV programmes for the local ITV region when it was just one channel. That is a very long time ago. If we look at these examples in York Museum from the 1960s, we can see different logos and also that they are northern versions. Back to the poster. To age it, I did an online search and found logos.fandom.com, which has a section on TV Times. Looking at the font, it looks closest to the first one, which is actually 1955 to 1962, though the colours are reversed, the white and the red. The magazine is still going and is incredibly different from the 1950s, which was then mainly in black and white with a colour cover, and it also shows a lot more television than just ITV. On the other board we can just about see amateur photographer. I can't work out when this poster is from, but amateur photographer itself incredibly has been running since 1884. These are links to a couple of similar videos you might like on old London police boxes and railway arches. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making more similar videos, so please subscribe, like and click the alerts bell for new releases. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience. Change seen through images.